Well, good evening, everybody. Hello, how are ya? And it's Friday night and it's late night with Nana. And there's already people in here already. It's awesome. And we already have, let's scroll all the way to the top. Tim. Hey, Tim, how are you? I'm glad you're in here tonight. And Denise is in here. And Sarah's in here. And Sarah says that she just finished watching I had solar for 10 years. Was it worth it? Interesting. My dad has solar on his house down in Arizona. He thinks it's very much worth it. And Rebecca is in here. And Rebecca just changed her name. She was actually on a live the other day and she was talking about it. And Rebecca, but she was on somebody else's live the other day. And she's talking about changing her name. And there she did. She changed it because she can do all kinds of stuff besides just yarn. And so it's very interesting. And I like it that she changed it. It's a very cool name. And it gives her a lot more options so that when she's doing her videos, people aren't going, hey, I thought you just did yarn. And so that is always a nice thing. And Teresa's in here. Hi, Teresa. How are ya? I hope everybody had a good week. And we had one of our grandsons stop by. Him and his friend had gone to Idaho actually for a funeral. And Jackson was on his way back. And so they stopped and had supper with us. And so it was great fun to see them. And Craig is in. Hey, Craig. Loving solar at the cabin. Craig, I think Debbie's going to kill you pretty soon if you deliver any more rock. I'm sure the rock garden will be fabulous, but you're making her work a lot. And Rebecca says, I also make hand quilts. I do cross stitching and work on cars. And she was talking about working on cars on that live that I watched that she was on. And so that was kind of fun. Craig says, true, that's right. Don't make her work so hard. And Dorothy is in here. How are ya? So fun times. We're only a couple minutes in. We already got lots of people in the chat. So it was a busy day at Suburban Homesteader today. And I was fermenting. How many of you guys in the chat have ever fermented anything? You know, made your own sauerkraut, kimchi, anything. Has anybody ever fermented? I really like it. And Anne is in. Anne says, listening in from the balcony, but I hit the like button. Anne, you're so sweet. If you don't know Anne, you need to go check out her channel. She's one of my members. And her and I are peas in a pod, I tell you. Susan. Hey, Susan, how are you? Susan's made sauerkraut. Craig has made sauerkraut. A lot of people, when they think of fermenting, that's what they think of, sauerkraut, because we grew up and our parents or our grandparents or some aunt or uncle, they made sauerkraut. Because sauerkraut is pretty amazing. Now, I always like to add things to my sauerkraut, not just the cabbage. A lot of people just make cabbage, carrots. Once in a while, somebody will put some herbs in it. I always put apples in mine. I love apples in there. And Dorothy says, sending love wherever you all are. That's so sweet of her. And Rebecca says that she wants to do some fermenting foods. It is so good for you. Some people will tell you that your gut is your second brain because it affects so many things in your body. And fermenting foods, vegetables, milks, fruits, you can just ferment all kinds of stuff. I mean, like basically all kinds of stuff. And I don't know if you can ferment meat. Maybe one of you guys know if you can do that or not. But today I did 6 different things. I fermented garlic because we love garlic here. And fermenting is a great way to preserve things and make it last a lot longer, especially if you don't have refrigeration, you know, because like people used to just make their big crock of sauerkraut. And I've read story after story, and they would just scoop that mold off and still eat it. Now, I don't know if I'd do that. But I've had, I've fermented sauerkraut lots of times. And then after it was all done, I'd put it in the refrigerator and just does what they call slow fermenting. And it just stays in your refrigerator for months. And it's just fabulous. And it stays good and it's perfect. And yeah. Now, this is Nightbot. And he's going to pop up different members. And Doug at His Way Homestead and Shelly at Healthy Homestead Chick are members. But they probably won't be in tonight because, well, Doug won't be in tonight, I don't think, because Shelly has the virus. She's not a happy camper today. And so I texted Doug back and forth today, and I hope that she feels better much faster. But today I did garlic. Then I fermented oranges. What do you think about that? And I fermented apples, radishes, celery, and kimchi. So I put up a video on that. Yeah, I hope she gets better soon too. Not fun at all. And so here's a little video on just the 6 jars. They're sitting on my counter. And depending on what it is, it gets done faster or slower. And so there's the garlic, and I use just little tiny oranges, apples, the radishes. Joe doesn't like radishes, but I do. Celery, which becomes a drink. And then there's the kimchi. So I didn't make huge batches because it's just the 2 of us. And like the garlic that you see first, it'll sit on the counter for sure a month, but you can actually leave it on your counter for about 2 months, and it goes, and the garlic gets a little more mild if you let it sit for the 2 months. Then we have the oranges, and I just use those little cutie oranges. And so you cut off the top and you slice them, but not all the way through, so it opens up like a flower. And then it's nice because you put the salt in there, and then it preserves it. And when it's almost ready, those orange peels will literally turn like this light pale color, and so that you know when it's ready. The apples, I like to add cloves, cinnamon. I added a vanilla bean, just all kinds of stuff you can add to them. So just because you have a certain recipe, make one like that, and then you can always make a bunch of different ones, adding different flavors and spices, and it'll just be fabulous. Now, I'm going to pull this one down. Have you seen the cake using sauerkraut? I have made cake with sauerkraut. You soak and rinse before it goes into the batter. It gives a texture like coconut. It is fabulous, actually. And I actually have a video on making sauerkraut cake. It's up on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I love it. Does the salt make the oranges taste salty? Well, what it does to the oranges is it really kind of pickles them. And so, yes, it does have kind of a salty flavor to it, but it's not going to be an orange like an orange. But when it gets all the way ready, I'm going to do a couple recipes. I'm going to do a recipe on how to make a dressing that you would put on salads. And then I'm going to make a glaze with them that you would put like on meats. And so when that gets done, it'll be, I think you'll really enjoy what you can do with them. So I not only did the video for fermenting, and then when each one gets ready, I'll show you how you can use it. And I thought that would be kind of fun. Loves Coffee is in here. How are you? Thanks so much for stopping by tonight. If you think about it, please give a thumbs up. And I always appreciate that. And it helps with my analytics. And, on Thursdays, I have been doing a vanilla bean video. And I did a tart. I love tarts. And this one, it has a base that is kind of like a cross between, I guess I would say a cookie and shortbread. And then it's got a beautiful filling in there, and then the fruits on top. But I thought I'd show you just a little clip of it. And that was Thursday's video. But so tasty. And I used a vanilla bean in the filling, and then I used another vanilla bean in the glaze, the syrup that I tossed all the fruit in. I wish you could taste it. Actually, I was going to eat some tonight to show it to you, and then I thought, oh, no, I won't. Because I already had a piece earlier. But it's just like so good. I just love it. I'm going to do one other tart recipe, but every Thursday it's a different recipe. In fact, I actually am going to do a recipe that one of my subscribers sent me, and it's a creme brulee that you use in vanilla bean. And oh my gosh, the recipe sounds fabulous. So I'll try it a couple times before I do the video and see if I want to tweak it or change it a little bit, because that's always fun. Alpine Gulch is here. Love the tart recipe. Thank you very much. I hope you try it. It is just, I mean, you use a lot of pans because you're doing different things and bowls, but so worth it. It's so good. And Lynn is in. Hey, Lynn, how are ya? I hope you're having a good week. And Teresa, one of my members, actually won the 5 vanilla beans on Thursday. So I mailed that out to her, and the computer just randomly picks. So you just have to watch the video, comment. You have to be a subscriber. It's easy to win. And someone get me a mop. She's making me drool. Sarah, you're so funny. But I love food that has different textures and different flavors all in the same bite. I just think it's fabulous. What? Alpine. Alpine has just become a member. All my memberships are 99 cents a month. And will you send me an email? And I will pop up my email. Pop that up. And give me your physical address, if that's okay with you. And then birthdays, anniversaries, things like that, because I always like to send cards, and I send gifts to my members and stuff like that. So if you will send that, I would appreciate it. But thank you so much for becoming my newest member. That's fabulous. That makes me happy. Raspberries with peaches and blackberries for the tart too. Oh, what a good combination. I just put on strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. I was at the store, and that was what was ready. Like, my fruit is not ready in my gardens yet. And so through the summer, when I make a tart, I just put whatever I feel like on it, because, it's ripe and it's free. And so that's just what I do. And Lynn says, interesting, I'm going to have to try this. So good, Lynn. I mean, seriously. And Lynn is one of my members also. And Nina is in here, and she's one of my members. Hey, Nina, how are you? And Nina says hi to everybody else. Hello. Did it snow since you came back home? Yes. One day it was snowing sideways. But since then, we have got rain. Like, it rained for about 4.5 days. And then it's been cloudy for 2 days. But the sun was out for part of the day today, too. And so that was very cool. Stephanie says, hello. It's been a while. You're looking good. Oh, Stephanie, thank you. It's so sweet. And look at this. Teresa has just become a member too. Teresa, that's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. So Teresa, let me pop up my email one more time, because I need your physical address, birthdays, anniversaries, anything you'd like to give me, because cards, gifts, I always send members stuff. So let me put that up real quick. And there is my email. I should actually make that. I don't know if it'll let me do that. I'll have to do it a different time, because sometimes I can make it scroll across, but I didn't click that button and won't let me change it right now. So let me pop back over. And Teresa is here. Teresa, I mailed your vanilla beans today because she won yesterday. And so congratulations on winning 5 vanilla beans from my video yesterday. And I mailed those to you today. So I hope you have fun with them, baking or whatever you want to do with them. And hello, Judy. I love raspberries, but they make my throat itch. Oh, so you must be a little allergic to them. What about other berries? Can you do that? Like strawberries, blackberries, blueberries? Do those affect it all? That is interesting. Oh, it booted me when I joined. And we'll rewind to see what you said. Thank you. Oh, I just said that I needed your email. If you send me an email, then I'll automatically have your email. But I need your physical address and then birth dates, anniversaries, stuff like that. And because I send gifts. And Anne's one of my members. She says, Sandy sends the coolest gifts. Thank you very much. All you have to do is there's only one level now. I used to have different levels, Teresa. So all you have to do is click the join button. That's usually under the videos. I don't know if you can see that when it's a live stream. But on a regular video, under the video, it has a button that you can click and it says join. And then you just click that and it's automatically the 99-cent one. Oh, you got the rhubarb seeds. Good, 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 good. Do frozen, do the same things to you. Oh, see, that's interesting. If they were frozen, if they would still make your throat itch. Interesting. No, so nothing else makes it. Huh. There must be something with them that makes that, that you're a little bit allergic to. Or sometimes I wonder if it's the sprays and the chemicals they put on fruits and vegetables now, because like if I eat apples, the skins of apples that are just store-bought apples, it'll make me cough sometimes. But that doesn't happen with my apples in my yard. But I don't put anything on my apples. So it's just one of those things. Oh, bananas. Ah, interesting. See, it's funny how different things do different things to people. See, fresh spinach makes my throat itch, but not cooked. Interesting. Nina says, if you're trying on your phone, it may not pop up. That's true. Because like on iPhone, a lot of times you can't see it. On an Android, you usually have to press the drop down little arrow that's underneath the videos. And sometimes it will pop up. It's weird, Oh, cooked are not too noticeable. I can't do avocados without having a ton of lemon juice or lime juice on them. Like most people can't stand how much goes in the avocado. No computer. Yeah, see, that's just something that I'm sure eventually YouTube will get. It's probably some kind of program thing that they have to add on to. Now, Lynn has been picking. She's been going to farms and picking fruit. I'm so jealous. We picked 10 pounds of blackberries last week and so yummy. I made sourdough, blackberry pancakes, and blackberry cobbler. Oh, that sounds so delicious. Lisa over at Yogi Hollow Farms just put up a video and she's because she's doing that June jam ups when you're supposed to make a video with some jam. And so she did blackberry. She said it cost her like $24 to buy the blackberries because they were so expensive in the store. That is craziness. I think I would have changed and did some other kind of jam. But she probably told them already what kind she was going to do. And so, yeah. See, Lynn, everybody's happy that you got to pick your blackberries. We have tried to grow blackberries a couple times here. And blackberries are really a zone 5 or higher. And we're a zone 4B. And so I've had them for a couple years, or sometimes I've had them for as long as 5 or 6 years. And then the weather is really bad one winter, and then they don't come back. And so it's just one of those crazy, crazy things. Now, I thought I'd give away, this is my Victorian, let me move it to the right way, Victorian barbecue sauce. I made some the other day. I did a video on it. But I thought I'd give one away to whoever popped into the live stream tonight. Mr. Nightbot should know the link. Just 1 second. That may be true. Let me get out my trusty little book, because I have some different little things with Nightbot that are codes. Okay, Teresa, this is for you. Is that right? And Nightbot should pop it up. And Diana's here. Hello, I'm a little late to the party, but glad to be here. Love blackberries and cobbler. Looking forward to picking berries soon. Me too. I just love it. Okay, so there it is. So Teresa doesn't have a computer and she couldn't do that, but that is the link. And that will, if you can, and it's in the chat, so if you copy and paste it, it will send you over there. And me, Mike P is in. How are ya? And Lynn says, oh, I'd love some rhubarb seeds. If you have any left, I have a few left. I probably have some more downstairs too. Lynn, I'll mark that and I'll send you some tomorrow. No, actually, I'll send it to you on Monday because I'm doing a craft fair. It's part of the farmer's market tomorrow morning, and it's all morning, and that's when our post office is open on Saturday. But I will send them to you on Monday. Awesome. Have you ever had elderberries? I have a couple elderberry bushes, and my one friend that lives up the street, Di, she has the hugest elderberry bush probably in Wyoming. And so she lets me come up and pick her elderberries. And Tim Posey is back. I'm back, got sidetracked because he was in way early. I think he made the very first comment. So Tim, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. And Tim is one of my members. It takes me to your description. And on the description page, do you not see a join button at all on that front page? I don't know when Teresa, I don't know if you're doing it on your phone or your iPad. I'm not really sure why it's not sending you to the regular page. I will find it and I'll send you an email, okay? And Anne says, yes, I need to make my jam soon. I need to practice. Elderberry wine. I like to make elderberry cough syrup, and I like to make elderberry jelly. I think I've made elderberry wine before, but I'll have to ask Joe because I can't remember for sure. Yeah, elderberry wine. Lots of people make it. Nina, you should try it. I love to make wines. My kids think it's so funny because I love making wine. I love making mead. And so I bottle it up, I let it age, and then I just give it to them. But once in a while, I'll use it in cooking, Made jam, not wine. Awesome. Is there health properties also? Yes, in elderberries, it is amazing, the health benefits. That's why you can buy elderberry gummies, elderberries in caplets, because it has just so many good things. I have a video on the YouTube. If you just put in elderberry, it'll come up with the elderberry cough syrup, and it'll show you how I make mine. I love being at the farm. They let me buy a season pass, even though there was a wait list, because I visit so often. That was so nice of them. You know, I wish that someplace in Wyoming, there was places that was, you know, you go and you pay a certain amount, and you pick, you know, blackberries or strawberries or raspberries, whatever it is in that season. I wish they had one of them. And I guess down in Arizona where we live, they used to have some of those farms, but they don't have them anymore. And so it makes me sad. But anyway, let's give this away. Elderberry vinegar. How do you make it? Well, let me go through my books, because I have made like raspberry vinegar and different fruit vinegars. It can't be that much difference to make elderberry vinegar. So, Judy, let me go through my books, and I have some dried elderberries right now. I'm writing that down. I'll make some elderberry vinegar. Berry vinegar. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love farms that do that. Me too. I wish more and more, but I'm sure it's difficult, you know, and the weather can affect the yields and all kinds of stuff, but I would love to have some place close by here that does that. Sandy, please do a video on elderberry wine. That would be something to learn. Okay. 2 good suggestions. Awesome. The cough syrup one is up. I have that. I can't switch because I'm on actually a different thing than I usually I use Firefox, and that is not what I use when I use StreamYard, because I need to use Chrome. And so I'm sorry, I can't pop that over. Yet I use I don't put yeast in when I make mine, any of my wines. I just use the yeast that's in the air and the yeast that's on the fruit. And sometimes that process takes a little bit longer, but it doesn't take very long. And so I think it's totally okay. I help my dad pick raspberries and blackberries every year. Fun time with Dad. I would guess so. How fun. And Leanne is here. You must be done with your live. Leanne was at Mennonite Farmhouse, was actually on Yogi Holler's, Lisa's channel. And I was watching part of that before I popped over to do my live. And awesome. Thanks so much, Sandy. Awesome. And hope they are now addicted to. That must be a conversation with Lynn. Nightbot is your only mod tonight. It is my only mod tonight because Doug at his way homestead and Shelly is under the weather. And so they're not on. And Angie hasn't popped on. And so Angie is usually a mod for me. And my other couple people that are on my list are not here tonight. So I haven't actually had a problem with trolls for a long time. But the nice thing about mods are that they could pop up links, and I do like that. So I'm actually going to have to ask a few more people if they will be mods for me, because though I usually have my regulars, but some nights that's just the way it is. It doesn't work for them, and so I apologize for that, but I'll have to add a few more people in there. So we still haven't picked the winner of my barbecue sauce. So let's do that and see who the winner is. And Nightbot will pick somebody for the winner, and then I will mail that out to them on Monday. So if you know I don't have your address, make sure that you email your address, and so that I can send that out to you. And Nightbot is obviously thinking, ah, the winner is Teresa. Awesome. Woo, woo, woo. Look at it. It says, Teresa is not subscribed to your channel. Nightbot is so dumb. Not only is Teresa a subscriber, she's also a member now. So Teresa, this is for you, and I just need your physical address. If I don't have it, send it to me anyways in case I don't have it. And I'm going to write barbecue sauce. Awesome. So yay, yay, yay. And everybody's saying congrats. So that is awesome. And congratulations. Yay. So totally fun. See, Teresa's have been lucky because yesterday, this Teresa won the vanilla beans. Today, this Teresa won the barbecue sauce. So it was a week of Teresa's, I tell you. It's awesome. Well, tomorrow morning, do we get the recipe? I have a video up, Victorian barbecue sauce. I have made this, I bet you I have made this for 15 years, maybe longer than that. No, I take that back. It has to be longer than that because I made it in South Dakota too. I love it. And I know Leanne, that's it, I'm changing my name. Leanne is going to make a Victorian barbecue sauce because she talked about it one day. And so I would like to trade you for some of yours, and I'll send you some of mine, and we'll see the differences because everybody has their own recipe. Everybody's going to change it a little teeny bit. They have lots of vegetables too: garlic, beets, carrots, onions, tomatoes, cucumbers. Okay, Lynn, on their garlic, is it soft neck garlic or hard neck garlic? If it's hard neck garlic, could I send you some money and you buy me some garlic and mail it up to me? Because I'm always liking to try other garlics, but it has to be hard neck because soft neck won't survive our winters. She has a recipe on her new videos, the one she made, the rhubarb spray. Yep, that's the video. It's got the rhubarb spray and it's got the rhubarb barbecue sauce. Lilac jelly, I have a video on that too. Our lilacs are just about to open, which is way later than normal. And I love making lilac jelly. It's light and it has a taste like nothing else. I sent some to my kids, and my son Steven that lives in San Francisco, he says that he just thought it was the most fabulous jelly ever. And I like it. PA rhubarb might taste different than stuff from Wyoming. That is true. Different soils. Yeah. So we should switch, and that would be fun. I'm going to share it family at the next cookout this summer. Hoo. That is awesome. We will all be taste testers like Jill. That's right. My one friend, Jody, she thinks this is the best thing to put on a hamburger ever. She says if she had this all the time, she would never put a ketchup on a hamburger. So I always think that's kind of fun. We have hardneck garlic growing, but we have had too much rain in May and it's struggling. Yeah, like there's a lot of vegetables actually, especially when they're young and you get too much rain, and that it just wants to, it's just too wet and they can't dry out, and it really wants to rot in the ground, which is too bad. Have any suggestions on how to deal with a whole mess of pests in the garden? I'm dealing with caterpillars and stink bugs. I would actually try that rhubarb spray on them. What it does, you're coating the leaves, right? So you coat it, you let it dry, you coat it, and you want 3 times you want to put it on there. And it puts a coating on the leaves that the bugs don't like. And so then they'll go away. And so it's really pretty easy. If you have rhubarb, because you're going to, usually you cut the leaves off and you're either going to put them around the base of trees, or you're going to compost, or you're just throwing them away. And so you make that spray, chopping it up, cover it with water, boil it for half an hour, and then strain it. It's really easy to do. What's the difference between the two garlics? Hardneck garlic is much more hardy, and you plant in the fall, and then it comes up in the spring after a really cold winter. And it has a center scape that goes up, it curls around. I usually cut those scapes off and I chop them up, and I've made pesto with them. I just put them in the freezer and then added them to soups. It tastes just like garlic. But you get a bigger bulb if you cut the scape off. And if you leave it on, it will uncurl and stand straight up to make the little bulb up there. But your garlic bulb itself will not be as big, so I just cut them off. A soft neck garlic you can plant in the spring, and it'll be done by the end of the summer. It doesn't have a scape, but it does have more sections, individual garlic cloves than a hardneck, though the hardneck can have larger ones. There's not anything wrong or right. It's most people grow it depending on where they live, either soft neck or hardneck. But we love hardneck. Going to grow some rhubarb thanks to Nana. And see if the bug's damaging the plants. If not, like she said, test the soil. A soil test is a great thing to do with your garden. I know it's, it does cost you anywhere from $20 to $50 depending on where you're getting its soil test done. But it will really let you know what's in your soil and what it might need. And that's important because you don't want to just add all kinds of stuff. Like sometimes we'll just add a blanketed fertilizer that has nitrogen, phosphorus, potash. But what if you don't need phosphorus? What if you don't need any more in that and you're still adding it? Just don't do it. Get your soil tested. That's what I say. Hope Shelly is feeling better. We hope Shelly is feeling better also. Hardneck can deal with wet ground. That's true. It can deal much better than the soft neck garlic. And there are places that people can grow both of them. And so then it's just a matter of what they want. I love Russian garlic. Big bulbs. It stays for months and months. And it's got that purplish pattern on the outside, and I just love it. So if you end up with a few extra seeds, okay. I'm sure I have some more downstairs from last year. And if I don't, I have a plant that's scentable flower already, and I can send them to you. I'd like to try them if they will grow in Texas. In Arizona, they grow them more as an annual. What they do is because when you're growing them from seed, I like to soak them for 24 hours. Then I like to start them in little pots. And it's not till the leaves get bigger, you have 2 or 3, 4 leaves. That's when I plant them in. So if you started them now and you live in Texas, you could actually plant them in the fall and they would grow all winter. Like in Arizona, it's mostly an annual. Though if you can protect them in the very heat of that summer in Arizona, they'll just continuously grow. In Wyoming, they all die back. That's just the way they do. Ducks are great pest eaters. That's true. Don't do as much damage as chickens. And if you have like slugs or snails, man, those ducks will eat and eat and eat that stuff. It's amazing. What kind of garlic is in the grocery store? Was going to plant some. Well, most of the time, the garlic in the grocery store is soft neck garlic. And when you go to pull it apart, or if you're going to cook the whole thing and you're just slicing the top and the bottom off, the soft neck will have all of these little tiny ones in the center. And so that's an easy way to tell that it's a soft neck. Rhubarb does prefer cooler climates, and it usually bolts in June here. Sometimes that bolting, they used to say that you always needed to break the flower stem off. And I honestly break this flower stem off unless I want some seeds, because it's just taking up energy. It doesn't ruin the plant. It doesn't hurt the plant. You just won't get as much rhubarb. And so that's why I break them off. If you're growing in northern Nevada, they will most likely grow in Texas. That's true. Yeah. I'm not sure the difference. Let me look at their website. Like I could use garlic down in Arizona, the softneck, but I would just like a few other varieties up here. So I'm always looking for new varieties to try. And they're good on bugs, but you got to be careful of your sound zones and smells. Some places don't allow them because of that. That's true. The website says softneck. Yeah, that's all right. I just thought it was worth a try. Made garlic, potato, and leek soup this week. Oh, I love that. Yeah, when my leeks get ready and the potatoes will be ready then, and I got the garlic. Oh, that always just makes so good. Campbell ducks lay more eggs than most of other birds, 300 per year each. Man, that's a lot of eggs. I love duck eggs. I like turkey eggs too, but they're a little spendy when I buy them at the market, the turkey eggs. Well, they're big though, but they're a little spendy. And Charmaine is here. How are you, Charmaine? Oh, you're not late. It's just late night with Nana. We're just talking. Store-bought garlic is what I planted last year and waiting for it to be ready this year. Awesome. They're coming to dinner. See, I think everybody loves potato leek soup. It's just it's one of those comfort foods that are just so good. I'll send you some of my elephant garlic. Ooh, fun. Thank you. Oh, and Monica's here. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. We got our prize today in the mail. I can't wait to try the barbecue sauce because Monica and Eric are one of my winners. And then Mayfield Ranch, I think, was the other one that won the barbecue sauce the other day. So that was fun. My mother-in-law prefers to grow music garlic variety. I have read about music garlic, but I haven't grown that kind. I would like to try that sometime too. There's certain garlics that are better, and music is one of the variety types that it will grow really well. Monica, do you guys have Campbell ducks also? Because I knew you had the Indian runners. I didn't know that. Oh, never had leeks. Leanne, you should grow them in your garden because you have a garden now that you're showing everybody. Because Leanne has her first garden video up. So we all need to go look at Leanne's garden video. Lynn can't wait to have a garden. I'm probably going to be in my apartment for another 18 months while waiting to build a house. It takes a long time for people to build houses, doesn't it? On garlic, how often do you water? Well, it depends on where you live. Some people will go water their garlic almost every day. I don't, but I have hardneck garlic and I don't do that. I probably water it every couple days though, every third day, 2 or 3 days. If it's really hot, then it's going to get every day. Oh, am I frozen to anybody else? Let me know. My garden has grown since Monday. I was so surprised. I love that when you go out each day and you can see, oh, it's bigger. It's bigger. Grow inside. You can grow anywhere. That's right, because my hydroponics, it's right over there. It's growing all the time. Leeks are easy to grow. Just rinse really well after harvesting. That's true, because sometimes between those little layers, they can get dirt in there. And so you just want to. You're good to me, Nana. Put 4 inches of wood chips and you'll water much less and have better growth. That's true. I've watched, have any of you guys watched the videos that are called Back to Eden? And they use wood chips as their mulch. And the guy that started those videos, he lives in Oregon, if I remember correctly. And he had some amazing vegetables. I mean, truly amazing. And his apple tree orchard is just amazing. Oh, not frozen. Oh, so that is weird. I mean, I'm not really sure. Judy says no. Not frozen on my screen. Maybe your internet's just kind of trying to catch up. I'm going to try to grow rhubarb in a pot. I have grown rhubarb in a pot lots of times, you know, and I wish you guys lived closer. I would just divide some of my rhubarb and you get a whole section and then you get it right away. But my rhubarb that's all over my yard, other than one part wood, which was my very first rhubarb when we first bought the house. I bought the plant. All those other rhubarb plants all over my yard are from seed. And so, and I have them in full sun, part shade. Some of them get shade in the morning, some get shade in the afternoon. It doesn't matter. It grows all over the place. Yeah, it's one of those things. You can grow rhubarb in Wyoming for sure. Love Back to Eden. Yeah, I love his videos. I have watched them, lots and lots of times. And he gives garden tours and all these people come to see his gardens and all the stuff he does with the mulch. And it's really interesting. Monica's got to go. Monica, tell Eric I said hi. Wood chips tend to draw nitrate out of the soil. So remember to fertilize with the water you water with. That is true at some points. When you very first start the idea of a Back to Eden garden, where you're using, 4 or 6 inches of wood chips, that is true. But because it's going through that process of biodegrading. But after a couple of years, and you're only adding thin layers of wood chips as you go, because it's biodegrading, it doesn't cause that same problem in the soil. And so it's true and not true at the same time. It's one of those weird things. Because a lot of times people will start the Back to Eden garden and their plants don't do well the first year or two. It's just a process. They just have to go through that process. And Jeannie's in here. Hi, Jeannie. How are ya? Lynn says that she could honestly go to the farm and pick nothing. I love just being out there with among all the plants in the sunshine. I can totally understand that. It's just something about plants and growing and the soil and sunshine that makes me relax. Night. Thank you so much for stopping by. That is so sweet. Everybody's saying good night. I want to try your rhubarb bread recipe. Oh, Leanne, she did a good video on that. Rhubarb bread is amazing. Just so good. But everybody, I'm going to let you go. Oh, wait. First, I can't go yet. Hi, Paul. How are you? Now, Paul is all the way over in Australia. And you should check out he has all kinds of shorts about everything in the garden possible. And sometimes I'm watching the shorts, Paul, and I think, I wish you would talk longer about that subject. But I do love the shorts. They're amazing. And so, yeah, it's fabulous. But everybody, I'm going to let you go because I am doing a market tomorrow. It's a farmer's market, but I'm doing the craft part of the market. And I have a whole bunch of fused glass stuff and some of my wall hangings. Like, where's my wall hanging? See back there with those little houses, that material one? Right there. I have a bunch of those. And so I hope it's only 4 hours. So we'll see if it's worth my money. I used to do the markets years ago, and I baked and I canned and sold gems and jellies and all kinds of stuff, and it was always good. So, but everyone, I'm going to let you go. It is almost 10 o'clock my time, and I hope everybody has a great night. And Lynn says that her patio tomato is getting big. Hoo. Everybody else have a great day. I will enjoy that time tomorrow. It should be fun. And it's always fun to see all kinds of people. And Rhonda, I didn't say hi. So hi and good night. I'm sorry that I'm leaving right now. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Probably there won't be a video up tomorrow because of the market. And I need to do some stuff in my garden. And, it's only so many hours in the day. But everybody have a great night. And thanks for stopping by with Late Night with Nana.